Monday Insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. I'm meteorologist Danielle Noyce, and there's a lot to get to this week. We'll dive right in, milder through midweek for most of us, but the cold does battle back, particularly across northern New England. And along that battle zone, there will be multiple disturbances, which will result in areas of snow and rain. More on that coming up. If you want more exclusive content from us and help support our mission, there's 4 ways to do it, 4 membership levels to choose from. We're closing in on 800 members. Love to get there. Membership.onedegreeoutside.com. We appreciate your continued support so much. More and more of you signing up for the 1 Degree Outside enthusiast level. If you love snow and winter sports, this is the one for you. Scan the QR code on your screen or go to snowsports.onedegreeoutside.com. All right, starting with a map of the Pacific and the West Coast. And we're looking at vorticity, fancy word in meteorology, which means upper level atmospheric energy, helps to drive our weather. And that energy is represented on this map by the yellows, the oranges, the reds, the purples. So this dip in the jet stream in the central Pacific going to come into the west coast of Canada. Little bundles of that energy will dive southward into the central United States through midweek. Now, I've stopped things on Wednesday because we have a few different things going on here. We've got an upper level low in the Great Lakes. There's that energy down towards the Gulf. And then there's some energy out over the Atlantic too. Several different players and ingredients. Now, if they all came together and what's called phased right over us, it would mean a meaningful and significant storm. But watch what happens. Wednesday, little piece of energy comes over us, keeps moving. Thursday, little piece of energy comes over us, keeps moving. Upper level low, ooh, here's a good bundle of energy, but it's off to our east, at least the deepest reds and purples. Now, if this track were a little farther to the west, it may mean something a little more significant. And that said, we're several days out from this event. The energy is still out over the Pacific. So there's some wiggle room here. There are some details to iron out. But right now, it looks like we'll have several little pieces that come over us, but don't really come together for something more significant towards the end of the week. We'll keep an eye on it. What does it mean for us day to day then? Well, our Tuesday's pretty quiet, and we'll feature a lot of clouds after some morning sunshine. So the clouds increase, and I can't rule out a flurry or snow shower, but they wouldn't be that widespread. Notice a couple of rain showers develop too by the time we get to Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. That's a shot of the milder air coming in, right? So a lot of clouds around, maybe a rain shower or two, but nothing too substantial. It will mean some snowflakes, though, with enough cold air in place up and down the Berkshires, spine of the Green Mountains into far northern New England, generally light during the day on Wednesday. Notice here comes a cold front, so here's that battle, and it kind of sets up and dies out over northern New England. So there's that battle of cold air coming back and the mild air in place. So during the day on Thursday, there will likely be pockets of snow, perhaps mixed with some rain when you come down into the valleys across northern New England, as one wave of low pressure goes by. The next wave that comes in as we head into Thursday night and Friday, as colder air comes in, may mean some pockets of snow that extend all the way back down into southern New England as that cold air comes in. And look at the track. It's going to be really important with this, obviously, in terms of impacts and how much snow we get, but it does keep on moving. So Friday morning to midday, there may be some pockets of snow that would then lift out of the region. So we'll keep you posted on the end of the week. I want to stop this map through Thursday, at least, to give you an idea through midweek. I'm stopping things first by Wednesday evening. It's a coating to an inch, maybe a few across northern New England. But Wednesday night and Thursday is really when we get snow-covered roads and some slick travel across far western and northern New England. Maybe as much as a coating to an inch of snow when you get back down towards Concord, probably north of Manchester, southern Maine, maybe some coatings here or there. But notice the blues are where we see about 2 to 4 inches with some locally higher totals up across Vermont, far northern New England, down through Conway. It's probably a coating to an inch or 2. And then with elevation, it's more like 2 to 4 and then even 4 to 6 when you get across right along the Canadian border. So that's through Thursday. After that, Thursday night and Friday, as the cold air comes in, there may be a few inches that can be extended into southern New England, depending on the track of that next low. So we'll keep you posted. Now, in terms of some of those rain showers that I showed you, I just want to show you this is melted down precipitation. So where the snow is in northern New England, again, it's like a tenth to as much as maybe a quarter to a half an inch. But in southern New England, it's not a whole lot. That's why I say even with some rain showers, you can pop a hood up, you're just fine. It's maybe a few hundredths to as much as a tenth or two across central Massachusetts, stretching down through Hartford and then out through the lower Connecticut River Valley. And that's right on through the day on Thursday. So a rain shower here or there, but it doesn't look like some steady soaking rain or anything like that. High temperatures for our Tuesday, 30s north, 40 south, and above average day. The wind kicks up a bit. By the way, the wind the next several days, no big concerns here. During the Tuesday night time frame, we stay relatively mild, 30s in southern New England, a couple spots near the freezing mark outside of 495 in through northern New England. So with the melting refreeze, it's kind of typical this time of the year, right? You may get some localized slick spots. Wednesday, we go 45 to near 50 in southern New England, well above freezing all the way to the Canadian border. Even northern Maine should be in the mid 30s. So any pockets of rain showers that develop, they'll be generally light, and the wind kicks up a bit, 10 to 20 miles per hour out of the south. There may be some wet snowflakes again that are mixed in across far northern New England, particularly as you get into Wednesday night, because that's when the colder air starts to battle back. Look at that. So overnight lows actually in the teens, but then we're still in the 30s in far southern New England. So there's that kind of battle zone setting up as that colder air comes in, pockets of snow during the day on Thursday, but the farther south and east you go, it's mild enough that we get some pockets of rain showers as temperatures come into the 40s again during the day on Thursday, much colder north and west, and then we are all back into the cold air on Friday. That's why I say as that next wave comes by, we'll look at the placement, because that rain snow line Thursday night into early Friday may drop back down to the coastline. Highs on Friday only in the teens north, and then 20s to 30s the farther south you come. Here comes that dip in the jet stream. Oh, the energy off to our east. But I do want to show you just briefly that this upcoming weekend, there's another dip that comes in and is aimed close to us. And it also means colder air coming in too. So even places like the southeast United States down near Florida for the weekend into next week will be cool or cold by their standards. Highs only in the 50s and 60s in spots. And that colder air will come back in for us too. So even though we're briefly milder this week in spots, if you look at the 14-day forecast in our app, colder than average temperatures take over for much of next week again. Our app is free, thousands of 5-star reviews. Give it a download. It's the only weather app you need. Search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. And if you want to watch this on TV, you can. Open up the YouTube app on your smart TV and search 1 Degree Outside Network. We are always at onedegreeoutside.live.